The Wall Street. This is the Wall Street Beat Show, Crypto and Crypto. And if you didn't know, now you know, bitches. There's Wall Street. I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto. Don't flip, yo. There's Wall Street. I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto. Don't flip, yo. Pause. I'm back. Nigga, Crypto and Crypto. We got these indicators. Don't be a hater or a hoe. I gotta let you know we're making Crypto and Crypto. Hit the like and subscribe. We're going on the run. I get excited when I buy crypto. I said I get excited when I buy crypto. You gotta keep your emotions. I said I get excited when I buy. It's time to settle the score. You don't wanna trade crypto no more. If you don't understand that emotion, we'll take you to another place, and now you'll chase the red candle. Can't stand you. There's Wall Street. I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto. Don't flip, yo. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more.
Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. If you want to learn how to make sick dough in crypto every day, talk about this crypto space, crypto technical analysis, crypto news every day. How are you doing this morning? It is Monday. If you're feeling the Monday blues, I get it. Put on a good beat before you put your feet down on the floor. Change your attitude, right? It's Monday, starts with a good week. We have a good long work week to go. Talking about this crypto space, hit the like and subscribe if you will. Talking about, right, buy the dip, have a sip. If that has never worked out, this is one of the best cups I've loved drinking out of in the morning, especially beginning for the week. So coming in, let's go. Let's talk about the crypto space. Let's talk about what's going on. If you can right now, this is the time to notifications, hit the bell, all, become a subscriber, become part of the Wolves, as we've been very busy, but we are here back in action for you this morning. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe. So here we go, talking about a lot of news this morning. Talk about this weekly chart, right? I do want to title my next title, if we could. I wanted to do this one, but we're going to talk about the Shanghai upgrade and how that could be a very good buying opportunity. Not many people realize there could be a big fall. Why that's going to happen, we're going to go over that. And how in the meantime, we have a couple supports. This was for Bitcoin. We're going to talk a little bit about that and how the weekly and how I believe coming into the end of summer here, or perhaps in the mist, we're going to get to around 48K. I think we're going to surprise a lot of people. That was my prediction coming into January. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Let's go. We're going to talk right into it now. Talking about Bitcoin, right? Monday morning, 1.18. We did have a big fall over the night time frame. And currently right now, SXP, 27% in the up. And looking at the Bitcoin, fear of greed, we are now 63. And as you can see yesterday, same thing, 64. And nothing has really seemed to have changed. So we're looking pretty strong. Sideways boring action usually is a good thing, right? So let's go. Get ready for Ethereum Shanghai upgrade coming in April 12th, as we now know. Yes, the update is expected to occur on April 12th. It's the first major upgrade since the merge in September of 2022. We're now 200 days past that. So if you understand that, we're going to talk a little bit about that. The upgrade's biggest change will give the validators the ability to withdraw staked coins. So you'll be able to, all the coins you had staked, this could prompt a massive liquidation event, right? So all alternatively lead to a surge in new users. All time will tell. So most likely what's going to happen is we're going to get a lot of downside, because why? A lot of people are not staking, but that's where it goes this way or that way, if you understand what I'm saying. Pros and cons of this particular upgrade. What's going to happen is if you see how many people are staking currently right now, there are not a lot of stakers in Ethereum compared to what most of the stakings on the altcoin system. If you see the chart, we don't have that currently right now, but if we showed it, it's a little really favored in the other altcoins. They don't stake much in Ethereum. So this is supposed to change that, the hard fork. We talked about that. So we have a couple things here, right? What did we talk about in October? We talked about the merge, the surge, the verge, the purge, and the splurge. So now what's happening is we're getting into the final stage of all this happening and it's going to get pretty exciting as we changed over, right? The road of proof to stake to proof of work, how that all went into beyond. So we're doing a little quick update, right, of what Ethereum, and what's happening is now people are going to be able to get rid of their Ethereum stake, and they're going to be able to drop the price, perhaps get a new buy-in at a lower price opportunity. This could happen, not financial advice, but just use your own brain here and understand what's happening, right? So the Shanghai upgrade is an essential step on the road to serenity, which is the final phase of Ethereum 2.0 roadmap. So we're pretty excited to know about that. We're going to learn and talk more about as we're continuing to go. And Ethereum, 200 days right after the merge. We just talked about this. 4 billion in Ether not added to the supply. So that's another thing you may want to put into consideration. What happens? You get a supply shock. And this is good, right? We want the supply to go down, which will then give Ethereum a price boost. But obviously things have to happen in this time frame. So we're going to see what goes on through this right now, 200 days from that time. And now we're talking about the Shanghai. We have 30 days, so we're all right until the Fed meets again. Checking out what happened, though. Pretty wild, right? We talked about this last week. We're going to get into Ethereum, talking about the charts in just a minute. And I want people to understand how important this is right now, because this is a pretty scary topic. And of course, the tweet king himself, the U.S. dollar has been the backbone of the global economy for decades. She continues to go on. And what happens is we talked about this part, the serious issue, right? U.S. policy has been too heavy-handed, making countries want to ditch the dollar. This is very true, guys. This is a true problem right now in the world that we live in. Combined with excess government spending, which forces other countries to absorb a significant part of our inflation, right? And what happens? Well, it makes them want to run and leave us, and that's what's going to happen. They're going to ditch the dollar, right? So what happened as we give you the news yesterday at 4:52 p.m.? In a surprising move, and believe it or not, this is all correlated just a tad each way you go. Saudi Arabia, basically right now, are going to announce a cut in oil production, approximately 1.6 million barrels per day. So if that doesn't hike the price up as the supply decreases, as we just talked about how that's going to happen with Ethereum, no pun intended, this is all not set up. This is just news. Expected to cut in the production. The decision to cut oil production comes as a surprise, particularly as it is lower than the expected reduction of 2 million barrels per day. That was to be agreed upon during the meeting that included Saudi Arabia and Russia. So this is a big problem, and obviously this is could be a strategical move. Obviously Russia at the end being involved. But pay attention, that will affect the economy. Things are going to happen. We're going to get some changing here. We're going to talk about a lot of things here as the DXY, the DXY, right, has a lot to do with that. That's going to finally maybe take a bigger hit than we think. Banks not looking too good, right? Good morning, Hugh. Nice to see you in the chat, in the super chat this morning. Going over the Ethereum, Shanghai, April 12th, right? Today is April 3rd, as you can see from the back. It is the third Monday. April the 3rd, Monday. It could be a big Monday. We'll see what happens here. Talking about the Dixie, as we're coming down, perhaps we're going to see some prices getting lower and lower, all the way to 101 as the economy is getting hit here. Not financial advice, just a gentleman, twice as nice. And if you pay attention to what we've been doing, well, we have an ascending channel for Ethereum. I have a million prices. I was trading on the 15-minute. And when you do that, that's kind of what happens when you trade on leverage. So excuse some of the things I've been doing here. But 1736 and 1814, as I just got rid of it. Yeah, they're actually really major prices. Funny as hell as I get rid of all the most major prices. We're going to clean this up just a little bit. 1867 is the top there, as you can see. So we're having trouble at the 1867. What do I see here? Well, I see about 1920 before we're finished. So we'll see what happens here. These are the two big prices I have right now, support and resistance. If you see, we're currently getting the support and resistance, so it's a little bit of a tug of war. Who's going to win the tug of war right now? We'll find out in the short-term time frame. But there is an 1814 level resistance currently right now across the board, pretty hard. Coming in. It's pretty old right now, too, as you can see, coming in for about a week. And so, but getting into here now, looking at this, 1763, we have been pretty nice with that, as you can see, from the 29th, and then coming in, flipping with the resistance to the support all the way from the 27th. So we're going to watch this as this pans out for about a week or two coming in. As you can see, a little bit of some upticks here as we get a nice rise, ascending channel, as you can see here, coming in, big ascending channel, actually, if you see this. We're at the high peak part of the ascending channel. If you look at Bitcoin, Well, if I look at some of the charts that I was paying attention to, we are actually in the top of that ascending channel, getting into the time frames like this, looking at the daily, looking at the 4-hourly for Bitcoin, just trying to correlate and show you. We drastically fell below this trend right here that we've been in. Beautiful trend, right? You can see we've been following this trend nicely on the 4-hourly, even in the daily. And then we got that big fall through, and now we're just mirror imaging the top here. What I don't like and what I see here is this kind of double top. So if you pay attention on the 4-hourly, we have a really strong, solid double top formation. That is about the worst double top circle formation you could have ever made. So please, artwork is awful here. Here we go. And if you see what's going on, right, we talked about this in previous videos before. Double top formation could be a double bottom end pattern. Looks very scary right now. Currently right now, 27,300, just about going to be our support for the current time frame on this 4-hourly. So if we do continue to hold this support, it'll be very impressive. I want to see what happens. We have yet to hit the peak of our top price of 31,000, just about. What was it? 31,000. I think it was 31,300, right? Was our number on various charts. So we're paying attention to that, seeing what we can do. We'll really keep you up to date if we do start heading now. We're going to really come to you live today. This ain't going to be the only video. I have a feeling we're going to come live again. So hit the like and subscribe. Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. We're going to get some indicators up, right? It's one of the fun part of the video. We got the volume, got the stochastic. We're doubling. Don't mean to do so, but I want to get the EMA Bollinger Band. You know that's my favorite. And currently right now, as we can see here, coming in. Oh, gosh. Let's get that out. Okay. Currently right now, as you can drag over, we're getting some tight, boring sideways action, guys. We're getting a breakout, most likely coming, more likely than not in the short-term time frame here. And if I'm looking at the oscillator, well, if you pay attention to here, the trend could be the up formation. We just started a new trend here as we came through the bottom on the oversold zone. So we could come down one more retest. Be very careful. This is what I see could be playing out as we are going definitely getting a breakout. We're going to find out if it's to the up or to the downside. But we could get this, which would then correlate to a nice up. But what do I think is going to happen? That's the most important part, right? Well, what I think is going to happen, I think we're going to have the test to the downside. I think that really is going to happen. They're going to come into here and then find a little bit of a bottom zone and then do something like that. And I think that's what the oscillator, it's kind of like an RSI level, but based off different metrics. But as you can see here, always the same, right? We talk about this all the time. And this is boring sideways action. We're going to clean this up. As you can see, my Bollinger Bands on the outside, the red line and then the green line match up. Obviously, the peak highs and the lows down here. Very important to put these two together. As you can see here, red, well, put that for the Bollinger Band up here. It's very awful. What is wrong with my my tracing or just drawing this morning? It's really bad, huh? Wonder if it's just the Mondays. So coming in, Bollinger Band's getting super tight. When we get super tight action, what happens, guys? What happens when my Bollinger Bands get super tight action? Can somebody answer that? I want somebody in the chat, please comment. What happens when our Bollinger Bands get super tight? Just curious, and I want you to pay attention to the last time our Bollinger Bands started getting super tight. What happened, guys? What happened, ladies and gentlemen? So that is this right here. What happens when my Bollinger Bands get super tight? I want someone to tell me the answer in the comment section. Probably won't bring it up until you answer that, or I'll just keep talking about it until someone actually answers in the comment section. Here we go. Let's get rid of it. I have to put the new indicators up. Remove all indicators. And there is my Bollinger Band. See it? That's the Bollinger Bands. What happens? They get tight right here. What happens when my Bollinger Bands get tight? I'm just curious. I want to hear what someone has to say. You could get the wrong answer. It's possible. I just want to hear what people think. I want to hear where you're at right now. So please give me your thought. What do you think happens when the Bollinger Bands come tight here, come in? As you can see, we're getting that one more time. I want to show you here. Bollinger Bands getting tight one more time. So what happens? And we don't have to base off exactly, but I just want to hear your thought. I'm waiting for a comment, waiting patiently. As we're breaking down right now, Bitcoin, paying attention, looking to get another price action coming soon. What I think here, now let's get some indicators. Let's really put this in. We got the stochastic ATR volatility oscillator, if you do like that. Not getting your comments. We go up, up, up. Well, I love you very much. The answer is incorrect. That answer doesn't necessarily mean we go up, up, up. So I want you to listen very in detail. Maybe you're going to learn something today. And It doesn't necessarily mean that, brother. There it is, the Bitcoin dominance. What that happens is once we go sideways, the altcoins start to go bananas. And whoo, look at this, guys. Could be a time to get invested into the altcoins, as I see right now. Currently, we are getting some sideways momentum on this. We want to get above the 50,000, currently at the 48 for the Bitcoin dominance, big deal. But getting back to that question, guys, hit the like and subscribe. Hugh, hit it. I know you already did. So what happens when we get the Bollinger Bands? When we get Bollinger Bands getting tight, we get a potential breakout. To the upside or to the downside is not confirmed or determined until we get more indicators involved. So hopefully you learned that today. That's pretty exciting, right? That's kind of cool because now you know, okay, well, next time we get to this, you can't do this on your phone. I'm just letting you know they took it off. I don't know what happened. I'm very pissed off about it. I cannot find this exponential moving average with the Bollinger Bands on my phone. I can't find it. It sucks. But now you know, very exciting news, that when we get Bollinger Band tight action, we're going to get a breakout. Obviously, finding out whether it's to the upside or to the downside is the most important part. But wouldn't it be nice to really just shackle half the bullshit and know, okay, well, guess what, guys, a big move is coming. I don't know when. I don't know exactly where, up or down, but I do know big breakout's coming, so I can prepare. Get ready. Set, hut, hike! At least you're, something like that. As corny as I'm being. But pay attention to that, as I tell you. It's very important, so maybe that is something you've learned today. In this potential, in this example, it happens to go up significantly. But if you paid attention to this, let's show you. Like I said, not all the time when Bollinger Bands get tight. Look at that. It's the red, right? You see the red? All right. What's happening, guys? Bollinger Bands getting super tight. But what happens? And this is just a perfect prime example so you don't get effed up, because I do not want my followers to get effed up. You got to do your own research. Well, in this particular example, we went down, and this is Bitcoin, guys. We went down 12%. So do not run and go, oh, shit, Wall Street Beat just taught me. Bollinger Bands get tight. We're going to break to the upside. No, absolutely incorrect. It's a big sign for a breakout to occur. Like I said, one more time, just to keep this clear. It's not in a direction. It's just an indicator letting you know we're getting a breakout. So enjoy that. I hope you learned something new today from there. Most likely what happened, this is what happened, particularly on this March 6th date. What happened? Well, good morning, Mr. Stephen Atwell. What happened was a lot of people said, oh, shit, look at this trend. Look at this ascending channel. Holy crap, guys. It has to go up right here. The Bollinger Bands, Mr. Wall Street Pete taught me, when they get tight, we're going to get a breakout. I'm going to bet that we're going to go up. This is happening. And then what happened? Well, a short squeeze occurred. Well, what is a short squeeze, right? That would be the next question. A short squeeze is when the majority of the money is trading on leverage, basing the fact that we're going to go up. So actually, it wasn't a short squeeze, excuse me. No, it was a short squeeze. It goes down. So a long squeeze would be when we go up. So that's what you need to understand. That's the difference in what happens. So a lot of people were like, you know what? We're breaking through this ascending channel. Here is my signal, right? Pay attention. This is what we talk about. Well, we just traded, right? Think about this. I want to tell you something real quick. I'm going to teach you another lesson. You guys are going to love this. And these are free, right? Not financial advice. From January 23rd, when we started this huge uptick, up 40, 30-something%, right? We've been in a pattern, whether you want to admit or not. We've been trading in this pattern all the way up to March 3rd, okay? Now, if you really analyze, and this is why technical analysis is so much fun, this was the pattern for the January 2023 timeframe. Until what happened? Until we fell out of this symmetrical triangle, this symmetrical pattern, which was called an ascending channel. An ascending channel finally breaks down as it's supposed to, because it doesn't keep going up forever unless it gets a nice breakout. Usually a Tigger bounce to the downside, as I preach all the time. Tiggers bounce, and that's what Tiggers do, right? We talk about it all the time. We need a big fall manipulation to the downside to get you out so we could buy lower prices and make more money. This is just how it works. So it's a prime example of everything. So now Bollinger Bands saved your ass today. You're now going to learn, well, next Bollinger Bands, hopefully we are going to the upside. Well, if I'm looking at my oscillator on the downside, let's see what happened the last time where my Bollinger Bands were. Well, when my Bollinger Bands were getting super tight on my oscillator, well, guess what I found out? I was getting a sell signal up here. Just letting you know. This is on the 4-hourly now. I was getting a sell signal. Hey, we're overbought, guys. We have to sell down. This is about where I'm getting it. It was this time frame. Well, if you sold up here, well, guess what? This oscillator gave you the heads up. You made money. Now, this is after the Bollinger Band breakout. You're going to make money doing this. It's not financial advice. It's not a secret tip. It's common sense. This is what I use. This is how I make money. This is an inverted head and shoulders. This is a right shoulder. You can play out the rest. So what's happening right now, as you can see, consolidation here. We're looking to either break to the up or to the downside as we keep this pattern going. We're on the top of the ascending channel. It looks rather nice. It's pretty enticing right now. So what I see here, and I really won't buy. Why won't I buy? Because why would you buy after this type of breakout, right? We're waiting for a fall again out of this pattern. That's what I'm waiting for. But it may never occur. So pay attention to what is going on. Crypto market cap is very important. Obviously, keep that up to date. Doesn't tell you everything, but there it is, right? There we are, falling a little bit, telling me we could be. Now, it doesn't mean, like I said, it doesn't tell you everything. But what I see here, we're pretty high up. I do have my indicator showing me. It's saying we're getting tight. What could happen next? Well, as we continue to grow and continue to go sideways, this oscillator is going to go up, right? And then what's going to happen? Well, most likely we're still going to be trading around here in this zone. What's going to happen? Well, this is going to come down. Give me another sell signal. Repeat kind of what happened last time. This is what I'm thinking we're getting, this last move in March 7th, 6th. And then what's going to happen is I think we're going to get some down support to probably 25.1. We'll see what happens. We got to worry about 26,500 first. That is the major support system that is basically fighting the bulls versus the bears in this one. So that is your major price. That is your price line coming in. If you get to here and you buy, you may significantly own a price to where you come back up. And that's where we're testing, talking about these 31 threes, finally getting to where we want to be. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be high volatile waves. We're not just going to go there on a smooth sail and be gone. It just doesn't work that way. So what could be happening? Why the title is Ethereum buying opportunities are available? Well, as I just said, it's very important to understand that when people are able to unstake their Ethereum, they are going to sell and look for other opportunities because they're tired of their boring money sitting. That's just what normal human beings do. It's a human activity. It's a human trait we have. So pay attention to these levels coming in. 1628 could be a big buy dip here, but we have to pay attention ultimately to this 1500 level. It's really scary. I know I'm talking about it now, and then I could be a hero later if we started doing things like that. And you never know. This is what crypto does sometimes. And if we jumped back into this pattern, you would be like, holy bananas, holy shit. There'd be another buying opportunity. It could take us all the way down to here. It could happen, guys. I'm letting you know that I think this is happening. And you know what? Ready for this. Ready to blow your mind. Opportunities, guys. That's what these are. Shanghai, right? Shanghai upgrade. April 12th. 4/12, right? 2023. Basically, could be an opportunity down here at these levels. Could be 1,500 Ethereum. It sounds absolutely insane. But what is the good chance? What is the good things? If we start breaking above the 1814 and get out of this area, well, more people are going to stake Ethereum. Guess what? The opposite could occur. We could get a nice pump to the upside. Eventually, we could get both, and that's what I think is going to happen. So if you said, Wall Street Pete, what do you think could happen with Ethereum? I think that Ethereum has these chances, these opportunity levels to buy back. One here. One big price opportunity at the 1628. This is a big ballsy prediction, right? Not really thinking that it can happen, but it can. So hit the like and subscribe. Probably crazy gentleman. Used to work on the New York Mercantile Exchange, worked on Wall Street, watched some of the best traders in the world and seen what they had done. And if you see right here, we're creating new higher lows. So that is not actually a bad thing. So if I do see this continue to occur, well, you are not paying attention. And now you're starting to see, oh, shit. We're actually in a pattern here that actually makes sense. Shanghai upgrades coming out, right? Listen to all this. People are going to unstake their Ethereum. What's going to happen? The price is going to get really cheap. Investors are not going to be stupid because investors are not usually stupid, especially the experienced ones, going to buy these prices on our way to the downside with these levels that are showing. Perhaps we don't go that far. Why? Because this could be what is occurring. So please don't get too excited. I don't want to blow your mind with this TA, but sometimes I do. I really impress myself. So I used to. Now it just doesn't surprise me really anymore, to be honest with you. What if this happens? Well, if this happens, it's going to be a beautiful thing. So pay attention, definitely to mention these are the possibilities, and this is where I think we're heading. This is where I think we could be heading. But ultimately, I think this is the pattern that is going to occur. So watch very closely as we head our way into this symmetrical pattern. This is a very, very bullish pattern if we break through, but you always have to worry about the double top that we spoke of. So double top occurring, is that double top telling us? All right, guys. The double top is going to take us to 1628, and then we're going to stop, get a double top rejection. M-like substance here. As you can see, you'll see what happens. This is usually more dramatic if it's a fall. And then what happens, we'll come in, get that rejection, and then we're gone right from there. So two opportunities, two big scenarios that I think are going to play out. So either one is going to do it. I don't care what you say. Change my mind. So there it is. Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto, breaking down Ethereum really for you and how I think that in this pattern coming from January. So how are you going to tell me, right? How are you going to tell me? Explain to me. And that's what I'll write. Explain to me, guys. Explain to me a pattern from 2023 that has it's still here. Why is that all of a sudden going to change? How is this pattern that started in January, right? Look at it, all the way in the bottom, December 22, even then, that started this move up, down, very high volatile waves in this pattern. Why is that all of a sudden going to change? I don't understand that. Please, somebody tell me your thoughts on this technical analysis. But explain to me why all of a sudden this isn't going to keep occurring. This is a 4-hourly. We can go to the daily. It'll probably keep pretty strong. And as it does, you could see here. So last couple times we were showing double tops, well, we fell down drastically. And if you see on the daily, guys, well, this oscillator is amazing. Oscillator's telling me it's time to sell. So I don't know what else to tell you guys. You got to be very super careful into this market. It is scary. It is crazy volatile. Could be developing this right shoulder, as we are showing you right now, inverted head coming in very bullish, as we already showed that. Getting some downside, little accumulation, sideways boring action, never hurt no one, then a quick fall manipulation to the downside, and finding ourselves coming back to the head. But will 1920 break? I don't know. So I do see like a 1920-ish price coming in and then major massive resistance. So you do have to watch out for that. So please be super careful. Got the leverage nice and jacked up. I'd make you proud. You definitely make me proud. You didn't. You definitely did. That's awesome. I hope you're learning. A lot of people, like I said, with the Shanghai coming in. This is why Ethereum is big news right now. Explain to me why a pattern from January 2023, we're in the first quarter ending right now. We're finally in the second quarter of the year. Isn't that crazy? Maybe we're going to keep this pattern going. Maybe we've remained bullish. This could be the end right here on the bottom. Come up, get support. What would this be? Well, guys, hate to educate you too much this morning, but then this would result in a double bottom. What does a double bottom mean? Well, double bottom is the opposite of the double top formation. We're very bullish, and what we're going to do here is create an upward W, so you can see these possibilities playing out. If you were to ask Wall Street Pete, what do you think is the most likely scenario? I'm going to tell you right now, my most likely scenario is buying somewhere back in the $1,700 range, possibly 1707, right? Possibly buying back at 1707. I do hope that is a possibility. Somewhere along there, you see the 1628. Please be very careful. And then being able to go back up. We'll see what happens. You can see right now, daily, we're very bearish. So bearish divergence coming down, looking like we could get a fall to the middle of this week still. And if Wednesday does occur to be bullish, it could very well happen this week, guys, so pay attention to what is happening. Very volatile waves coming in here. We can see it pretty clear for the Ethereum chart. My name is Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. A lot of y'all want to know, who the hell are you? And it's a great question. Wall Street Pete, I used to work on the New York Mercantile Exchange. This young, handsome man decades ago. It's getting a while now. 2007. Worked there for a while. It was a great time. New York Mercantile Exchange, Paribas. Like we said, Postmaster return, postage guaranteed. New York Mercantile Exchange. Check it out. 1 North End Avenue, World Financial Center, New York City, New York, 102-82-1101. And forever in my heart, New York Mercantile Exchange, rest in peace, as it has the 4 flags on top each corner of the building today. If you go in there, someone said it is the Van Gogh Museum now. That kind of blows my effing mind. Could you imagine? Where you grew up, where you watched all these people screaming and yelling, this beautiful place we're losing so many brothers and sisters passing away. Just, it's part of life. All these people here that I met and loved dearly, partied with and drank with and had fun with and worked with, right? We sweat our asses off, busting our ass every day during the week. Imagine, guys, I worked 5 days a week here. Average. I worked about 5.5 days a week here. When shit went bad, it turned into a 12-hour day. But usually, the post-close, it opened the market for commodities 10:15. It was wild. 10:15, if I'm correct, 10 o'clock. And the bell rang. Right after that, the bell rang at 2:37 post-close. And my day was over at 2:37. If we can catch that 3 o'clock ferry and all our trades and everything was in ducks were in a row, we were heading home at the 3 o'clock. This is Monday through Friday, guys. Closed on the weekends. Do you imagine making 6 figures, looking pretty smooth back in the day, 2000 era, and loving your job. Couldn't wait to go to Wall Street. Couldn't wait to go to New York every day. I took a ferry, New York waterways over. Probably one of the greatest things in the world. $750 a month. Back then, that was a lot of money. $750 a month to take the ferry over from the Belford Ferry, New York waterways, to Manhattan. It was probably one of the greatest times of my life. You get on the boat, and it's crazy because when you get on the boat, you see all the beautiful cities, all the beautiful buildings, not the cities, the buildings. And you've never seen it before. It's like a movie. It's insane. I really suggest if you've never visited New York City, you're scared, go take one of the New York waterways. It's one of the greatest experiences of your life. I'm telling you right now. I'm not kidding. I used to work at Applebee's, kind of have the same fond memories of madness and controlled chaos that you have. Oh, yeah, working at a restaurant, no doubt about it. We're just going to sit here and talk at the end with some of the followers, if we may. The TA part and the updated on the crypto news is over, but yeah, it's wild. It's very similar. If you see all these crowded people screaming and yelling, imagine trying to get into the center of the Tootsie Pop. In the center, I want to teach you how it works. See, in the center here of all these people screaming and yelling, right here is the center. Right here, it's the middle of the pit. What happens is the people are writing on a trading card. I'll show you real quick. It's awesome because we met Mr. Hassan this weekend, and that was really cool. I don't know if anybody knows TKO Fitness, my man, staying with a plan. Hit the like and subscribe. TKO Fitness, check him out on Instagram. He's the bomb, diggity bomb. Love this guy. Really training, helping people stay in shape, keeping their heart rate going. Like I said, this is important, all this stuff. If you're going to invest your money, you want to invest in you, right? You want to stay alive. You want to be able to pay off the debt. Use your gains in crypto while we're saving, going through all this hell of all these bloodbaths. My man, TKO, man, check them out. Watch out for the left hook. So here we go right now, talking a little bit, though. Ethereum, lots to go on. And there was, here we go. We want to go into that. Here it is right here. And you can see a lost brother. We have Mixer, Jimmy Mixer, probably one of the greatest traders. You gotta have big balls to be in this business. This guy had big balls, and he was as funny as Chris Rock. I actually wrote it right here. Very sad. Could have been the funniest guy I ever met. Loving, caring, cancer, 9/11 toxins. Sucks. It really does. Working after the 9/11. I was there, so it's kind of scary to even think about all this stuff does exist. After the 9/11, we lost a lot of people. Continue to work into the city and breathe in the toxins, so please hit the like and honor your brother in New York trading. But you see there he has a badge. It's yellow. He had a 3-name badge, 4 names. Some people, him was MXR. Here he has a pad. What he's writing on the pad is the other broker's badge's name. So believe it or not, when you put a trade in on your phone, right? You put a trade in. Well, this guy's putting a trade in and he's looking at the person he's trading with. This is called Open Outcry. Congratulations, you just learned something this morning. This is what existed. This was the wheel before the wheel. You know what I mean? So this is how trading worked. So my name is Gary. Oh, Gary. Come on, play Gary. So Gary's on the phone from London. I'm talking to Gary. Hey, what's up, Gary? Yeah, I noticed that natural gas. I noticed a lot of the oil and natural gas. I heard that Saudi Arabia is cutting on the oil and that the supply is going to go crazy. So these people are going to buy. I want to get a couple calls or options. Can you put some in for me? Strike price, whatever price. You know what I'm saying? This is what they do. When I execute this trade, you would tell them, okay, you're going to get charged how many shares. These were called lots. So how many shares? They're called lots. Same thing. 50,000 shares, 50,000 lots. All right, we're going to charge you $2 a lot. $2,000 a lot is $100,000, my man. That's how the company makes money. We execute the trade, send it to the broker. Well, guess what? He's the broker. He now goes into this bloody ring. It's called the open outcry pit. He goes into the bloody ring. He's screaming and yelling, this is 7. He's now selling 7. That's how I know. How do I know? Because if he's doing this, he was buying. But because he flipped his hand, he's selling. And because his 2 is sideways, it's 5 plus 2, it's 7. I learned a lot. And if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. But confident, everyone's going to say, that's exactly how it works. So the guy's selling 7 something, or at 7. This is how it worked. And he would write down his badge. So Stephen, you would have SV. You would probably be STVN, Stephen. STVN is Stephen. Your badge is STVN. I just bought natural gas before this huge pump, before this huge Saudi Arabia mess, or unleaded gas or heated oil. Depends on what pit you're trading in. He traded mostly in the natural gas pit. So this is only an example of how it worked. So I will change the title to how digital currency worked, or how trading worked in the open outcry pit before you were pressing buttons on your phone. It's pretty insane, right? This is cool to learn. So you see BNP Paribas. I worked for that company. He was working for Gotham Energies, I think, or perhaps BNP Paribas at the time. I worked for them. I worked for Gotham Energy guys. This is Top Gun right here. His name was TPGN, Top Gun. Loved this guy. Great guy. But we lost a lot of people, and that's what's happening. The guy's trading, and he's writing down the other person's name. He's writing at what price he sold it to him at, and then the guy's doing the opposite. The guy's writing his name down, MXR. God and soul, rest his peace, because this guy, rest in peace. This guy was an awesome guy. I'll tell you a quick story real quick before I get off the air. This guy's talking to a broker, right? Screaming and yelling, having a hissy fit. He traded too much, this guy right here. Traded way too much. He didn't have a computer system, all right? Right now, currently, we had to allocate that and put that stuff in off his little badge here. That's what a lot of clerks did. Well, while he's trading, if we're not inputting it while he's trading, exactly at the same time, while he's trading, he doesn't know his futures, his options, trading position. It's very important. At the end of the day, if you're not flat, and I think most of you understand trading on leverage, which is options, things of similarities, if you're not even, if you didn't buy and sell the same amount that you came in on the market, well, your money is fluctuating when you go home. So this is a lot of people's jobs. Pay attention. My margin. How much am I up? How much am I down at the end of the day? Was I a good trader? Did I fucking suck? This is all stressful shit. Meanwhile, there has to be other brokers to trade with while they're standing across the way. Think about this now. So it's very important. That's why they had a post-close. When it closed, you had another post-close, couple minutes to get the fuck out of your position that you were screwing up on. And if nobody was around to sell a trade, you're in a lot of trouble, buddy. And you better wait till the end of the day market while you're using the digital, which everyone was telling us was coming and was going to take our jobs out. Didn't believe it. Here we are. So very important, guys, not to go home trading on leverage up or down. Once the market closes, if you can't get in or out, you better be prepared to have a plan. And this is what they did before you traded digital on your cell phone. Robinhood, Crypto.com, Coinbase. So it's kind of cool to learn these things. So my name is Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. I hope you learned a little bit today about the open outcry and about the Bollinger Bands. We're going to put that in the title this morning. I hope you did learn a little bit, and I'll see you in the next video. I do appreciate everyone's like, appreciate everyone's comment. Is there something you want to learn about that perhaps maybe I can give you a little tidbit? My strategy only, because none of these videos are financial advice, as you know. So let me know. There's something maybe we can better explain, or maybe there's something we could talk as a group, right? Maybe there is something we can talk about the next topic. Is there an asset you want to go over? Usually on Sundays. Sundays have been a bitch for us on this channel, but we're going to try and be a lot more active as best we can. So we'll see. As soon as the crypto market is moving in the direction we need to talk about, we will be here. So that is why you hit the bell notification. Till the next video, my friends. Take care.